In the world of numismatics, there are stories that capture the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Some tales are about ancient coins lost in the sands of time, while others revolve around rare errors or unique mintages that spark bidding wars at high-profile auctions. But then, there's a story so extraordinary, it blurs the line between myth and reality, the tale of the legendary 2003 D1-cent United States coin, a humble-looking copper-plated zinc penny that, against all odds, has become one of the most astonishing treasures in coin collecting history, with an estimated face value today of $299 million. And as unbelievable as it sounds, the story behind this coin is as captivating as its staggering worth. It all started in the early months of 2003, at the Denver Mint, where millions of coins were produced daily. That year, the United States Mint was still issuing pennies bearing the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that had remained largely unchanged since Victor David Brenner's iconic 1909 portrait first appeared. The reverse still displayed the humble Lincoln Memorial, a feature introduced in 1959 to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth. Nothing about the 2003 D1-cent coin's appearance stood out at first glance. It was another in a long line of coins struck and released into circulation, indistinguishable from its countless siblings that filled the nation's pockets, jars, and vending machines. But unknown to all at the time, a small handful of these coins were different, so different, in fact, that their story would soon become the stuff of legends. For decades, collectors have scoured penny rolls and old coin jars hoping to stumble upon rare finds, the 1943 copper cent, the 1955 double die, or the elusive 1909 SVDB. But no one anticipated that a coin minted as recently as 2003 could carry a value rivaling the rarest treasures of ancient empires or early American history. And yet, sometime after its release, rumors began to circulate within numismatic circles about an unusual 2003 D penny. Whispers of a coin possessing odd characteristics, mysterious origins, and a hidden story began to surface. The first confirmed specimen was reportedly discovered by a young college student in Denver, who innocently received it as change at a gas station convenience store. At first, it appeared like any ordinary penny, but something about its striking sheen, weight, and minute design anomalies caught his eye. He brought the coin to a local coin dealer, who, upon close examination under magnification, confirmed that it was no ordinary coin. It bore minute differences, a subtly misaligned obverse die, a faint doubling on the date, and a strange micro-engraving visible only under the most powerful lenses, initials that no one could account for, rumored to belong to a now unknown mint worker. But what made this coin even more extraordinary wasn't just its physical quirks, but the astonishing backstory that soon unraveled. According to fragments of records and testimonies from former mint employees, a limited batch of pennies struck at the Denver Mint in 2003 were produced during an experimental phase. The U.S. Mint had quietly tested alternative metal compositions and minting techniques for future currency reforms, responding to growing concerns about the rising costs of penny production. Copper-plated zinc was still the standard, but a handful of these 2003 D cents were struck on experimental planchets made from a secret alloy blend, intended to test durability, wear resistance, and long-term circulation impact. But here's where the story takes an unexpected and almost cinematic turn. Allegedly, a rogue employee involved in the experiment, driven by either mischief or covert protest against working conditions, secretly struck a limited number of these experimental pennies using dies engraved with micro-initials and faint altered features, unnoticed by supervisors in the chaos of daily operations. These rogue coins were then mixed with standard issues and released into circulation, never officially recorded, their existence only whispered among a handful of insiders. When numismatic experts began to authenticate and appraise these mysterious coins years later, what they discovered shocked even the most seasoned collectors. Advanced metallurgical analysis revealed that the coin's composition didn't match the standard copper-plated zinc but was instead a unique alloy blend resistant to tarnish and virtually indestructible under normal conditions. The coin's resilience meant that even coins found in circulation appeared virtually unblemished. This anomaly, combined with its secretive production origins and the confirmed existence of less than 10 known examples, sent collectors into a frenzy. By 2017, a verified specimen surfaced at a high-profile numismatic auction in New York, where, amid disbelief and hushed anticipation, it fetched an unprecedented $299 million. The buyer, whose identity remains a closely guarded secret to this day, reportedly outbid several private collectors, international museums, and a tech billionaire known for his interest in rare historical artifacts. The sale shattered every existing record for coin auctions, firmly establishing the 2003 D1 cent as the single most valuable penny in U.S. history and one of the highest-priced coins ever sold worldwide. Since then, the legend of the 2003 D penny has only grown, sparking heated debates among collectors, conspiracy theorists, and historians. Some claim that up to 12 of these rogue coins still exist, languishing in forgotten penny jars, loose change piles, or perhaps lying unnoticed in the back of someone's kitchen drawer. Treasure hunters and numismatists alike continue scouring old bank rolls, estate sales, and coin conventions in hopes of uncovering another specimen. Stories abound of people finding pennies from 2003, examining them with magnifying glasses under kitchen lights, comparing the weight on precise digital scales, and testing the coin's resistance to scratching or tarnishing. While most such finds prove to be ordinary, the dream persists, fueled by that single, breathtaking auction result and the tantalizing prospect that life-changing fortune might still be hiding in plain sight. But the 2003 D1 cent isn't just valuable for its material composition or experimental minting process. Its true worth lies in the mystery, the human drama, and the idea that something as small and mundane as a penny could hold secrets capable of captivating the world. In a time when digital transactions and cashless economies dominate and pennies themselves are considered obsolete by many, this tiny coin stands as a powerful reminder of the stories hidden in everyday objects and the unpredictable ways history sometimes chooses to reveal itself. Beyond collectors and coin dealers, the tale of the 2003 D penny has even found its way into popular culture. Books, documentaries, and even speculative fiction have drawn inspiration from the saga. A best-selling thriller novel featured a protagonist chasing one of the rogue pennies to unlock a conspiracy involving hidden government secrets. A popular podcast devoted an entire series to unraveling the coin's myth, interviewing retired mint workers, historians, and the student who found the first known specimen. And while experts remain divided on whether any undiscovered examples still exist, the excitement refuses to fade. Online forums buzz with photos of 2003 D pennies, each enthusiast hoping to spot the telltale doubling on the date or detect the elusive micro-initials. Dealers offer free evaluations of 2003 D pennies, and even casual collectors are advised to check their coin jars, for no one knows where the next $299 million penny might appear. As the story continues, the 2003 D1 cent coin has earned its place not just in the annals of numismatics but in the broader tapestry of American folklore. Like the lost Confederate gold or the Hope Diamond's cursed legacy, it reminds us of the treasures that might be hiding in plain sight and the extraordinary possibilities woven into the fabric of the everyday. In a sense, it's less a story about a coin and more a parable about chance, curiosity, and the enduring magic of discovery. So, as you dig through your pockets or sort through that old jar of change, take a moment to glance at the pennies you find. Look closely at those bearing the 2003 D mark. Who knows? Perhaps fortune will smile upon you, and you'll hold in your hand a piece of history, a simple, unassuming penny worth hundreds of millions, carrying a story so remarkable it almost defies belief. And if you enjoyed this unbelievable yet entirely possible story from the world of rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more astonishing tales and coin collecting adventures, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Who knows, maybe one of our next stories will be about a coin sitting quietly in your collection right now, waiting to make history. In next 2003 1 cent USA coins today in the quiet suburbs of a small town nestled between rolling hills and forgotten railways, an old man named Elias lived alone in a creaky Victorian house. The locals often whispered about him, calling him the coin keeper because of his peculiar obsession with collecting coins. His home was a museum of metallic history, with shelves lined with ancient currencies from all over the world. But among his vast collection, there was one coin that he kept hidden, locked away in a safe behind a portrait of his late wife. This coin was a 2001 1-cent piece, seemingly ordinary to the untrained eye. Its copper surface bore the familiar visage of Abraham Lincoln, and its reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial. But Elias knew its true value. This particular coin was a minting error, a rare anomaly that had somehow escaped the stringent quality controls of the U.S. Mint. Instead of being struck on the standard copper-plated zinc planchet, it had been mistakenly struck on a pure copper planchet, a leftover from the pre-1982 era. Elias had stumbled upon this coin decades ago at a flea market. The vendor, unaware of its significance, had sold it to him for a mere $1. Over the years, Elias had researched its origins, consulted with numismatists, and even had it authenticated. The coin was one of a kind, a unicorn in the world of coin collecting. Its estimated value? A staggering $210 million, but Elias never sought to sell it. To him, the coin was more than just a valuable artifact, it was a symbol of serendipity, a reminder that extraordinary things could be found in the most ordinary places. He often thought about the journey the coin had taken, from the minting machines to the flea market, and finally to his hands. It was as if fate had chosen him to be its guardian. As the years went by, Elias became more reclusive. He rarely ventured out, spending his days cataloguing his collection and reminiscing about the past. The townspeople grew more curious, with rumors swirling about the legendary coin. Some believed it was a myth, a tale spun by Elias to keep people at bay. Others were convinced of its existence and dreamed of finding it. One stormy night, a young journalist named Clara arrived at Elias's doorstep. She had heard the stories and was determined to uncover the truth. Elias, initially hesitant, was intrigued by her passion and sincerity. Over cups of tea and long conversations, he shared his life's story, his love for coins, and the tale of the 2001 1-cent piece. Clara was captivated. She proposed writing an article about Elias and his collection, hoping to shed light on the world of numismatics and the hidden treasures it held. Elias agreed, seeing it as an opportunity to educate and inspire others. The article, titled "The Coin Keeper's Legacy," went viral. People from all over the world reached out, expressing their fascination and admiration. The story reignited interest in coin collecting, with many taking a closer look at their spare change, hoping to find their own hidden gems. Elias, overwhelmed by the response, decided to donate his entire collection to a museum, ensuring that future generations could learn and appreciate the history and artistry of coins. The 2001 1-cent piece was placed in a special exhibit, drawing thousands of visitors eager to see the legendary coin. As for Elias, he found peace in knowing that his passion had touched so many lives. He spent his remaining days mentoring young collectors, sharing his knowledge and stories. And though he never sought fame or fortune, he became a beloved figure, remembered not just for the coin he discovered, but for the legacy he left behind. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales of hidden treasures and extraordinary discoveries, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to share these incredible journeys.